All right, guys. Now I've stopped the music because this is serious time. I need you guys to concentrate. All right. This is how the MPC is mapped out. All right. This is probably one of the shittest diagrams you're ever going to come across, but it is effective. All right. Let me break it down for you guys. Basically, your MPC is always this LCD screen right here is always going to be displaying this, the main menu. All right. The main menu will have the tempo. It's going to have the program, like you selecting what program you want, or like the set of samples that you want. It's always going to have the track, which is going to be basically the layer that you're going to be using. And it's going to have the TC, which is the time correction. I'm going to go through each one of these while I'm making the beat. All right. So don't stress out. What happens is, right, it has a main menu button, all right? That's the main menu button right there. That is basically the home button, like on your iPhone or on your Samsung, whatever it is. When you hit that home button, that's what it's going to take you back to, all right? This is home. This is the home screen, all right? Your main menu. Now, just like anything else, like smartphones, computers, or whatever, there are going to be different branches. There are going to be things that it actually comes out to that you need in order to make your beat, all right? They are the load screen, the save screen. So the load screen is to load your samples, to load your beats, load anything. If you've got instruments saved inside your MPC, you'll be able to load them. To save, that's individually save a sample, save the whole program, save the whole beat, whatever it is. The mixer, it has a mixer inside it. The mixer is basically going to be your levels, just like a big board mixer. I'll get into that in a second as we're making the beat. The mixer breaks into another couple of options, right? It has another set of tabs there that so you're going to have the main ones I'm going to be looking at is basically the levels, the L and the pans, all right? Panning left and right. And it has another mixer, separate mixer that you can go from the main one, branch out to the effects mixer. So it's basically when you set effects on this machine, you're able to adjust the levels that the amount of effect it actually has on your samples and all that sort of stuff, right? So but it's all mixing, all right? This whole section here is just mixing, panning left and right, mixing levels up and down, the amount of effects you're putting into it, all right? Just like Pro Tools and a lot of other machines out there, okay? That's the mixer. You've got an effects section of it, so you can go from the main to the effects. The effects is basically you can add an equalizer, you can add compression, you can add whatever you want to it, all right? There's an effects section there, and that's basically an effect that you can put on your whole beat, on your programs, and all that sort of stuff. The effects. The last one, the last two, should I say, there's a record. So the recording function is basically for you to sample an entire beat, sample an entire, just like a loop that you want to make, something you want to chop, something you want to mess with, the sound, all right? Basically, that's the record in. This machine, just as a side note, this machine actually allows you to record in the loops that you're actually playing as well. So you can actually bounce music from the 1000 so that you can end up with the wave file of your whole song, all right? I probably won't cover that, guys, man. You can find that in your manual, all right? You should have a manual. If you don't, you can download the MPD. Oh, is MP? No, the PDF, my man. That's it, PDF. Okay, the last one is the trim. This is basically after you've recorded, you could then, from the main menu, go back to the trim. And the trimming is basically you're messing with your sample. You can either chop it or you can edit it. Add little, you're not going to add effects, but you can normalize it. You can trim it. You can chop it. You can do whatever you want. That's basically the flowchart, guys. Man, I spent like 5 minutes on that, but that is mapping out your mind. The main menu is there. There's load, save, mixer, effect, trim, and record. If you can't get that, all right, you won't be able to make a beat. All right, guys. If this is already doing your head in, you won't be able to make the beat. All right. You need to get past this. Okay. This is absolutely essential for making your beat. All right. Now, let's go back to the MPC and let's start making some music. All right. Now, I really want to, really quickly just want to mention these 3 buttons. All right. These 3 buttons right here. This is the mode, the main, and the window. All right. So the main, like I said, this button here, you're going to press as your home screen. All right. It's going to take you back to the home screen. The mode button, all right, it starts flashing green, is basically, you see these pads, how it's got this writing in yellow, trim, record. That is the map. This map that I gave you guys, that I explained, that goes right around, effects and all that. They're all assigned to pads, save, mixer and all this. By pressing this mode button, it works like a calculator, where an old graphics calculator, where you press this button and then you hit one of these and it will take you to the mixer. You see what I'm saying? You want to go back to the home screen, press that. That's what that button is. This other button here is the window. That window button, what that works like, right? It functions like the right click on a mouse. Okay. You may find some extra options on the stuff you got highlighted. So for example, I've got the sequence there, got the menu, right click it. Oh, it does have some extra stuff. You see what I mean? You can add it. You can delete that sequence, default it, copy it, whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but just so you know, I will be using this window button, right? It lights up when there is an option. Okay. All right. Enough chatting. Let's go.